Have you ever stopped in the middle of your day and wondered, is this it? Is this my life, set in stone? Or have you felt a deeper knowing, a whisper inside that tells you there's more? That you can change things? This is the most powerful question we can ask ourselves. Is the world around us a fixed, solid thing that we just have to navigate, or is it more like clay, something our thoughts, our beliefs, and our energy can actually shape? This isn't just a question for philosophers sitting in ivory towers. It's for you, it's for me, it's for every single person who wants to live a life that feels authentic and true. It is the starting point for a brand new way of living. Let's talk about something we all understand: cause and effect. You plant a tomato seed, you get a tomato plant, you don't get a rose bush, you work hard, you prepare for the interview, and you increase your chances of getting the job. That is a universal law. Every action has a reaction. This principle operates in the physical world, clear as day. But what if I told you that this law also applies to the world inside your mind? Your thoughts are causes. Your feelings are causes. The energy you put out into the world is a cause. And your life, the reality you experience every single day, is the effect. It's a powerful idea, and it can feel a little scary at first, but it is also the key to unlocking your own power. So let's get real about this. When we talk about changing our reality with our minds, we are not talking about magic spells. We are not suggesting you can simply wish for $1 million and have it appear on your doorstep tomorrow morning. It's deeper than that. It is about understanding that your inner world, your beliefs, your deepest held convictions, your perspective, creates a powerful filter. This filter determines what you see, what you notice, and what you draw toward you. It's the lens through which you experience everything. Two people can be in the exact same situation yet have completely different experiences. Why? Because their inner worlds, their mental and emotional filters, are different. This brings us to the core of our journey today. We are going to explore this mind-bending, life-altering idea from all angles. We will look at science, we will look at spirituality, and we will look at the simple, everyday proof in our own lives. We're going to unpack the big questions about destiny and free will. We will talk about how to consciously reprogram those old, tired beliefs that have been holding you back. This isn't about blaming yourself for where you are. It's about empowering yourself to get where you want to go. It's about taking responsibility not for what happens to you, but for how you choose to respond. And that, my friends, is where your true freedom begins. Your beliefs are the blueprint of your life. Think about that for a moment. They are the silent architects designing your experiences, often without you even realizing it. If you believe, deep down, that you are not worthy of love, you will find evidence for that belief everywhere. You might overlook people who show you kindness and focus only on those who are critical. You might even unconsciously sabotage relationships to prove your own belief right. This isn't because you are flawed, it's because the human mind is designed to seek consistency. It wants to confirm what it already holds to be true. Your reality becomes a mirror, reflecting your inner blueprint back to you. This isn't just spiritual talk. There is real science to back this up. Psychologists call it confirmation bias. Your brain is constantly sorting through an incredible amount of information. To make sense of it all, it creates shortcuts. It pays attention to things that match your existing beliefs and ignores things that don't. Think of it like the algorithm on your social media feed. It shows you more of what you already like and engage with. Your brain does the same thing with reality. If your internal setting is life is a struggle, your brain will highlight every struggle and downplay every moment of ease and joy. It's a powerful, self-fulfilling prophecy at work. Spiritual traditions have taught this for centuries, just using different words. They speak of faith, of vibration, of the power of intention. They tell us that what we focus on expands. This is the same principle. Whether you call it confirmation bias or the law of attraction, the core truth is this: your perception doesn't just observe reality, it helps create it. Your inner state sends out a signal, a vibration, and the universe in its own way responds to that signal. When you shift your internal state from one of lack to one of gratitude, from fear to love, you literally begin to tune into a different frequency. You start to notice the good that was there all along. So, the first step is to become aware of your own unseen blueprint. What are the stories you tell yourself about your life, about your abilities, about what is possible for you? These stories are not facts. They are interpretations you learned somewhere along the way, from your childhood, your culture, your past experiences. You don't have to keep them. You have the power to examine them, to question them, and to decide if they are still serving you. This is not about pretending problems don't exist, it's about consciously choosing the lens through which you will view them. That is the first, most crucial step toward taking back control of your experience of life. Now we get to one of the biggest questions humanity has ever asked. Are we the captains of our own ship, steering with free will? Or are we passengers on a vessel of destiny, sailing along a predetermined course? This debate has raged for thousands of years, in philosophy and in late-night conversations among friends. On one side, you have the idea of fate. This is the belief that everything is meant to be, that our lives are mapped out by a higher power, by the stars, or by the unchangeable laws of the universe. There can be a certain comfort in this view. It can help us make sense of tragedy and find meaning in hardship, believing it's all part of a larger, divine plan. Then you have the powerful, invigorating idea of free will. This is the belief that you are in the driver's seat, your choices matter. Every decision you make, from what you eat for breakfast to the career you pursue, creates your future. This perspective is the foundation of personal responsibility and empowerment. It tells you that you are not a victim of circumstance, but a creator of your reality. If you don't like where you are, you have the power to make a different choice and change your direction. It's a call to action. It's a declaration that your life is in your hands and you have the agency to shape it into whatever you desire it to be. But what if the truth isn't one or the other? What if it's both? Many esoteric and spiritual philosophies suggest exactly this. Imagine your life is like a journey by river. Your destiny is the river itself. It flows from the mountains to the sea. You cannot change the ultimate destination. However, you have the free will to navigate that river however you choose. You can steer your boat. You can paddle hard against the current, or you can relax and flow with it. You can choose to hug the rocky shores, getting bumped and bruised, or you can steer toward the calm, deep center. The river is your destiny, but how you travel it is your choice. This blended view offers a beautiful balance. It acknowledges that there are larger forces at play, things outside of our control, where we were born, the family we have, the major life events that shape us. But it also honors our profound power to choose our response. You cannot control the storm, but you can learn to build a stronger boat and become a better sailor. You might be destined to face certain challenges, but you have the free will to decide whether those challenges will make you bitter or make you better. The real power lies not in controlling the river but in mastering yourself as you navigate it. Your destiny might be the path, but your free will is how you walk it. If our beliefs create our reality, then honestly the most important work we can ever do is on our own minds. This is what I call mental reprogramming. It's the conscious act of identifying the old, limiting beliefs that are holding you back and intentionally replacing them with new, empowering ones. Think of your mind like a garden. For years, weeds of self-doubt, fear, and negativity may have been growing wild. You can't just wish them away, you have to get your hands dirty. You have to consciously pull each weed out by the root, and then deliberately plant the seeds of what you want to grow: confidence, love, abundance, and peace. This process begins with radical honesty. You have to be willing to listen to your own self-talk without judgment. What are the first thoughts that pop into your head when you face a challenge? When you look in the mirror? When you think about your dreams? Pay attention to the "I can't," "I'm not good enough," or "that's not for people like me" narratives. These are your weeds. Write them down, acknowledge them. See them not as truths but as old programs running on outdated software. Once you see them for what they are, just thoughts, not facts, they begin to lose their power over you. Awareness is the first and most critical step to freedom. The next step is conscious replacement. For every negative belief you identify, you must create a new, positive, and empowering statement to put in its place. This is more than just positive thinking. This is about creating a new truth for yourself. If your old belief is "I'm not smart enough to succeed," your new belief could be "I am capable, resourceful, and I learn what I need to know." You then have to repeat this new belief to yourself over and over again, through affirmations, through journaling, through meditation. You are literally carving new neural pathways in your brain. You are telling your subconscious mind what the new program is, and it will start to run it automatically. This is work. I won't tell you it's easy. It requires discipline, consistency, and a whole lot of self-compassion. Some days the weeds will feel like they are growing back faster than you can pull them. That's okay. You just keep tending to your garden day after day. One powerful technique is to actively look for evidence that supports your new belief. If your new belief is "I am worthy of love," make a list every night of all the ways love showed up in your day. A kind word from a stranger, a hug from a friend, a moment of self-care. By doing this, you are training your brain to see the world through a new filter, to prove your new, empowering blueprint right. So, does changing your mindset truly work? Absolutely. I have seen it in my own life and in the lives of thousands of people. Let's take a real-world example. Someone with a scarcity mindset believes there's never enough. Not enough money, not enough opportunity, not enough time. They operate from a place of fear. They hoard what they have, they're afraid to take risks, and they see everyone else as competition. As a result, they close themselves off from new possibilities. They might miss a great investment because it feels too risky, or fail to collaborate on a project because they don't trust their partner. Their belief in scarcity actually creates a scarce reality for them. Now, imagine that same person starts to reprogram their mind for an abundance mindset. They begin to believe that there is plenty to go around, that new opportunities are always flowing. Their energy shifts from fear to openness. They become more willing to share their ideas, to collaborate with others, and to invest in their own growth. They start noticing opportunities they were blind to before. They might take a calculated risk that pays off beautifully, or form a partnership that leads to incredible success. The external world didn't necessarily change, but their ability to engage with it and draw from it was transformed completely. Their new mindset opened doors that were previously invisible. However, we have to be grounded in truth. Your mindset is incredibly powerful, but it is not the only force at play. This is where many people get frustrated. They work on their mindset, but they still face real-world limitations. You cannot think your way out of systemic injustice, poverty, or a serious illness. A positive attitude is essential for resilience, but it does not pay the rent on its own. It does not erase centuries of discrimination. To suggest that someone in a desperate situation just needs to think more positively is not only unhelpful, it can be deeply unkind. We must hold both truths at once. Your mind is powerful and external conditions are real, so where is the balance? Your power lies in focusing on what you can control. You may not be able to control the economy, but you can control your own spending habits, your efforts to learn new skills, and your attitude toward finding work. You may not be able to control a chronic health condition, but you can control how you care for your body, the research you do, and your commitment to finding joy despite the pain. The goal is not to deny the existence of concrete walls. The goal is to focus all of your creative energy on finding the doors, the windows, or even the cracks in that wall that you can get through. Your mindset is your greatest tool for finding those openings. So after all this, we come back to you. Is this whole idea of shaping reality with your mind useful, or is it just a distraction from the real problems of the world? I believe it is the most useful tool you will ever have. Why? Because the one thing that no one can ever take from you is your ability to choose your response. Life will present you with challenges. There will be pain, there will be loss, there will be injustice. These things are part of the human experience. Suffering, however, is what our mind does with that pain. And a large part of that suffering is optional. It is a choice. You can face a setback and let it define you, letting it become the story of your defeat. Or you can choose to see it as a lesson, a redirection, a source of strength you didn't know you had. This is not about being a Pollyanna or ignoring pain. It's about honoring your pain without letting it become your entire identity. It's about understanding that your circumstances are your what is, but your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are what determine what's next. Your true power is not in controlling the world, but in controlling your experience of it. And that is a universe of power right there. You are the master of your inner world. The invitation today is to get curious, to become a gentle observer of your own mind. What patterns are running in the background? What beliefs are you holding on to that are causing you pain? What new thoughts could you plant in their place? This isn't a one-time fix, it is a lifelong practice. It is the practice of tending to your own inner garden, of choosing love over fear, of choosing empowerment over victimhood, one thought at a time. It is the most profound and sacred work you can do, because the world you experience on the outside is a direct reflection of the world you have built on the inside. So start today, start small. Pick one limiting belief that you are ready to release. Write it down. Then write down a new, empowering belief you want to live by. Put it on your mirror. Set it as a reminder on your phone. Say it to yourself when you wake up and before you go to sleep. Begin the process of reprogramming. You cannot control everything that happens in your life, but you have absolute control over this. You are the author of your next chapter. You hold the pen, so I ask you, what story will you choose to write? The journey is yours and it begins now.